We're here with Joesph Truelove from Guernsey Finance. Thank you for joining us, Joe.
Thank you very much, Simon, for taking the time to interview me.
No problem. What do you see as the main challenges facing the market at the moment?
I think if I can borrow from a statement Thomas Puter made in one of the earlier panel sessions I sat in on, he said we've got to stop talking about being in a post-crisis, post-financial crisis world, because we're still in the crisis and we're still deep in the crisis, and he explained that he thinks the crisis is going to continue for some time. So I guess the problem is fundraising is still pretty difficult. There are people here who are fundraising, who've been fundraising for a while, and we've been speaking to some of those GPs. There are LPs who aren't sure where to invest their money and they're sort of still a bit nervous. So I think it's generally difficult trading conditions for everybody all round.
How does Guernsey fit into the environment? What's Guernsey doing to kind of find solutions to these obstacles?
Well, Guernsey's remaining stable, I should say. You know, at times of crisis, I don't think people want a lot of dramatic, sudden changes. They want somewhere they know and trust. So we've got a lot of promoters at this conference who have got their funds domiciled in Guernsey, and having spoken to them, they're all pretty well sticking to Guernsey. Their investors are familiar with the jurisdiction, they're happy with the service provision they're getting. So I think in difficult times you have to be steady, trustworthy, and just be there for people and keep doing what you do well. And private equity is something that Guernsey is very proud of sort of being a market leader in terms of being the fund domicile of choice for private equity fund managers, and we've just got to keep plugging away and doing what we do well, really.
Just expanding on that, what are the sort of three features that make Guernsey an attractive investment environment?
I think stability at the moment. People know what they're going to get. I think in a lot of onshore regimes there's a lot of changing regulation, and Guernsey sort of is very much open for business, and we've got a very much proactive regulator who's open for business and very commercial, very pragmatic, and helps people set funds up there.
You've obviously taken a few days out to come here to Cannes this year for capital creation. What do you think it is that brings people year on year to this event?
Yeah, this is my second year. I enjoyed the conference last year. It's much smaller than some of the bigger conferences, clearly, and I think what that gives is you don't feel in a pressured sort of high tempo sales environment. It's got a sort of extended family feel to it, where you see a lot of familiar faces, people you know. It's sort of relatively informal, and you know, I hesitate to say relaxed, but it's sort of friendly and welcoming. So I think it's quite a nice atmosphere, basically, to meet people without feeling sort of very pressured.
And what benefits do you get out of sponsoring the conference?
Well, Guernsey very much considers itself the obvious location of choice, domicile of choice for private equity funds, and we're here to sort of stay in touch with a lot of promoters who've got funds domiciled in Guernsey. They know us and they recognise the stand behind me, and like to come catch up with us, and we just want to keep plugging away the message that this is our sort of territory, and this is where we feel at home.